I almost didn't make it back from my trip to Italy last year, and it wasn't because of anything dramatic. It was because I ignored something so simple that I never thought twice about it. I'm 81 years old, and I've been traveling the world since I retired at 65. Europe, Asia, South America, you name it. After 16 years of adventure, I've learned some hard lessons about what really changes when you're traveling after 70. Today, I want to share 6 things many seniors don't realize until it's too late. I'm not here to scare anyone or tell you to stay home. Absolutely not. Travel is one of the greatest joys of retirement. But there are things we need to think about now that we didn't have to consider when we were younger. Things that can make the difference between a dream vacation and a nightmare you'll never forget. While I was in Rome, walking through the Colosseum and having the time of my life, everything felt perfect. The weather was beautiful. The food was incredible, and I felt like a kid again. But on day 3, I started feeling off, just a little dizzy and more tired than usual. I figured it was jet lag or too much walking, so I pushed through. That was a big mistake. By day 4, I collapsed in my hotel room. It turned out I had stopped taking one of my blood pressure medications because I forgot to pack enough pills for the entire trip. I assumed I could just pick some up at a pharmacy in Rome. What I didn't know was that Italian pharmacies won't easily fill American prescriptions. At 76 years old at the time, dealing with language barriers and a foreign medical system while feeling awful was not something I ever want to experience again. The first thing every senior needs to consider before traveling is medication management. Running out of medication abroad can be a serious problem. You can't simply walk into a pharmacy in Paris or Bangkok and expect a refill. Different countries have different rules and systems. Now, I pack at least 7 extra days worth of every medication I take and keep them in their original bottles with clear labels. I also carry a letter from my doctor listing my medications, dosages, and medical conditions, and I keep photos of my prescription bottles on my phone in case my luggage gets lost. The second thing is medical insurance that actually works overseas. Many people are shocked to learn that Medicare does not cover you outside the United States. I met a couple in Portugal who ended up with a $30,000 hospital bill because they assumed it would. You need international travel medical insurance, and it must include medical evacuation coverage. If you're injured in a remote area, evacuation alone can cost over $100,000. I pay about $200 for a 2-week trip to Europe, and it's the best money I spend. Third, physical limitations can sneak up on you. What you could do at 65 may not be realistic at 75, and it certainly changes by 81. I learned this in Peru when I visited Machu Picchu. Cusco sits at over 11,000 feet above sea level, and altitude sickness at my age was no joke. I spent the first 2 days miserable in bed. Now, I plan extra time to acclimate, take things slowly, and skip strenuous activities when needed. There's no shame in adjusting your plan so you can actually enjoy your trip. Fourth, mobility and accessibility issues abroad are often overlooked. Many countries don't have the same accessibility standards, as the U.S. elevators may be small or non-existent. Bathrooms may not be accessible, and streets can be steep and uneven. I use a cane now for balance, and in many cities, it's been a lifesaver. I always research hotels, transportation, and attractions ahead of time, and don't hesitate to request airport wheelchair assistance. Saving your energy is part of traveling smart. The fifth thing to understand is that travel fatigue is very real. Long flights hit harder now than they used to. Jet lag lasts longer. Time zone changes are tougher, and sitting for hours takes a toll on your body. I now build in rest days and avoid packing my itinerary too tightly. When possible, I break up long flights with stopovers. It costs more, but it's much easier on my body. Finally, emergency planning is essential. Before every trip, I make sure at least 2 people back home have my full itinerary, hotel details, and emergency contacts. I register with the U.S. State Department STEP program, so the embassy can reach me if needed. I also carry a card in my wallet listing my medical conditions, medications, allergies, and emergency contacts, written in English and translated into the local language. I'm not done traveling. At 81, I'm still planning adventures. Just last month, I booked a river cruise in Germany. Travel keeps me young, curious, and connected to life. But traveling after 70 requires more honesty, preparation, and flexibility than it used to. The goal isn't to visit as many places as possible. The goal is to enjoy those places and come home safely with memories you'll treasure. So if you're over 70 and thinking about traveling, do it, but do it smart. Talk to your doctor. Plan ahead, respect your limits, and prioritize your health. Life is short, the world is big, and there's still so much to see. Just make sure you're prepared to enjoy it when you get there. Safe travels, my friends.